Courtney goes in to go see Ralph, I guess to go check on him or whatever. Did y'all see that hug? She hugs him. Did y'all see that hug? I was like, what in the hell is going on up in here? What do y'all got going on? I don't care what nobody say. Y'all is not cousins. Y'all not cousins. I don't hug my cousin like that. That's not how you hug cousins. What's going on? Did y'all see that? Let me know what y'all think. Cause oh my God, what the hell? Allison walks past. I guess Courtney tries to slam the door, close the door in her face. Allison said, "Don't you close the door in my face." Courtney calls her a B. Allison says, "Oh, did you just call me a B? Did you just call me a B? I thought you don't use that word." She said, "I did. I did." Courtney, girl, Courtney, I know you got much mouth almighty, but I don't know if you want to go down that road with Allison. I feel like Allison will wax that. I feel like Allison will wax that ass. You might want to relax, girl. You might want to pipe down. You might. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle, and this is the Belle Perspective. And today we're going to be reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, part 2. It gave a lot, but a little at the same time. Do y'all know what I mean? Get down in the comments if y'all know what I'm talking about. That's how I felt. Like it was a lot going on, but also not a lot going on at the same time. I don't even know how they managed that. Anyway, but before we get into that, let's get into some housekeeping items first. This is a growing channel. And what that means is I need your help. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You're going to like it over here. We build community and have a little kiki on the side. Okay. And if you have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Again, I still need your help. Don't forget to like this video. Tell me what your thoughts are because I don't want to just be the only one talking. Okay. Tell me what you're thinking about the show. What did you take away? We having a little conversation. Okay. A little conversation amongst community members. Okay. And what else is going on? I have a whole lot of shout outs to give out. I'm going to do that in the Real Housewives of New York video. There's been a tremendous number of growth and I'm thankful for it. So I definitely am going to have to shout folks out, but I'll be doing that in the Real Housewives of New York video. So stay tuned. And again, just watch. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get into my thoughts. Shout out to Kenya because I feel like Kenya was the only person on stage that really tried to defend Drew and gave it to Ralph. She gave it to Ralph. She did, and I appreciated all of that. I also want to shout out Allison. I loved the way Allison, she was ready. Okay. Allison is a sister. Okay. She is a sister ready to defend her little sister, and I appreciated it. Did y'all see that? How Courtney and we gonna let's get into it. Let's get into it. They're going back and forth. Again, we're picking up where we left off. Courtney and Drew are going back and forth. Drew has all this information. I'm trying to figure out how the hell she got all this information. Andy cuts through them and says, ask Drew, are you seeing Ralph? Honestly, I wouldn't be mad at Drew if she were seeing Ty. That's my problem with Drew. I'm like, just spray your tea, girl. Just say it. Just say it. Like, yep. Have you seen Ty? Have you seen him? Her, whatever she identifies as. Have you seen them? Yes. Like, I would own it. I don't know why she's not doing it, and it's bothering me because now that you're giving these women ammunition, and I don't like that. Drew doesn't respond. She says, I don't want to talk about that. Monietta on the side. Well, girl, you have to talk about it at some point. At first, I was like, Monietta, shut up. But then I was also like, girl, you are going to have to talk about it, girl. Because at this point, girl, you keep hiding it, not wanting to answer, pleading the fifth and carrying on, girl. That means it's looking real guilty. Just say that. Just say that shit, girl. Who cares? Who cares? You would be well within your right. I don't know why she has this. I know why she does, but girl, throw all that to the wind because at this point, the gloves are off, is what I'm trying to say. So because the gloves are off, girl, say what you say. Say that shit, girl. Say that shit. All right. Sheree says, "Oh my God." You know, not Drew, Andy asked Sheree and Marlo, "What do y'all think about everything?" Sheree says, "Oh my God. Oh my God, Andy, I so don't want to be in the middle of this." But somebody anonymously dropped these off. Like, girl, Sheree is the oldest immature person that I've ever met. Like the oldest young-minded person that I've ever seen. Girl, why are you somebody anonymously dropped off text messages, private text messages between Drew and Rao or Drew and Ty, allegedly. Girl, go. I'm so sick of you. What I picked up on that Drew wasn't trying to look at the text messages. She wasn't trying to read them herself. Like they were being passed around, but she wasn't trying to see what was said or anything like that. And I'm just like, you should be wanting to see what's being said. You should have a defense for anything that comes your way. And she just fell flat. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Just Ralph has single-handedly beat the IRS. I was like, "Oh, we just gonna skate past that? We just gonna skirt past that?" Well, what are you saying, Drew? What are you saying? So after the back and forth with Courtney and Drew, they break for lunch. Courtney goes to see Ralph, hugs up on him. Did y'all see that hug? Baby, that hug. Like, girl, what is going on in her? Allison walks past. I guess Courtney tries to slam the door, close the door in her face. Allison said, "Don't you close the door in my face." I said, "I know that's right." She calls Allison, Drew calls her a B. Not Drew. I'm getting all these names mixed up. Courtney calls her a B. Allison says, "Oh, did you just call me a B? Did you just call me a B? I thought you don't use that word." She said, "I did. I did." Courtney, girl, Courtney, I know you got much mouth almighty, but I don't know if you want to go down that road with Allison. I feel like Allison will wax that. I feel like Allison will wax that ass. You might want to relax, girl. You might want to pipe down. You might want to pipe down. I would be here for it if she dragged your ass across the street. But that, Sheree thinks she's the glue of the show, but she actually does, and she isn't. Quiet as it's kept, Sheree, if you got fired tomorrow, would nobody give a damn? You are not the glue. I know you think that you're the OG, but you are a placeholder at best on this show. You literally do not bring anything to the show but mess and immaturity. That's all Sheree does. So we get to Sanya. Sanya is dedicated to being on the wrong side of history, and I'm really tired of her. I like Sanya, but I also understand that she is trying to fit in, but she's trying to fit in with the wrong girls. What do you want from Kenya, Sanya? I don't know if I'm sure Kenya reached out, right? I'm sure Kenya reached out. Again, I'm only making assumptions off of previous and current behavior. So if Kenya, who doesn't necessarily like Drew like that, but she still has the ability to reach out to Drew to console her and to make sure that she's okay, I would assume that Kenya can also reach out to Sanya in her time of need as well. I'm basing again my assumptions off of past and current behavior. Now I'm not a Kenya fan. I'm not a huge Kenya stan or anything like that because I'm still side eyeing her for Ken Fields and some of the things that went on with Phaedra. But I will say that I do think that Kenya, for the most part, can show sympathy to somebody who she doesn't even like, right? Thing about it is, Sanya, the reason why these girls don't you questioning whether Kenya wants to be your friend. She's your friend on camera, but when off camera you don't really see her like that. You keep siding with Marlo. You keep fighting her battles. You keep putting Kenya's name in your mouth when you with Marlo. Like you can't do that. If you're going to be an unbiased party between the two, because there's obviously two sides, you can't run with your name in their mouth. You can't run the Marlo with Kenya and Candy name in your mouth. You can't do that because Marlo is the type of person who will use that to her advantage. And I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. If Marlo could reach out to Ralph and talk to Ralph about his marriage with Drew, and knowing good and damn well Marlo and Drew ain't friends, I know good and damn well Marlo can reach out to Mark and try to get some tea on Kenya. There again, I'm basing my assumptions off of past and current behavior. I told Marlo what I was going through. I told her what I was dealing with. That's my true friend. People don't understand Marlo. Now, I know you say you getting a different side of Marlo, but baby, trust and believe all these women have said that Marlo was misunderstood and all this other stuff. You just saw Kandi saying the same thing. Baby, Marlo's not misunderstood, boo. You just not too big for her right now. As soon as you start blowing up like that, Marlo gonna have smoke for you too, boo. She is a jealous woman, all right. And Sanya talks about the miscarriage and the loss of the pregnancy, and it was a really emotional moment. What I kept thinking to myself is Ross should be ashamed. He should be ashamed of himself. He was nowhere to be found. This woman needed him. And in all the instances where she really truly needed him, his behind was MIA. I want to smack him still to this day. Okay. She mentions having her rainbow baby that she only told Marlo. Again, I was like, why did you have to tell that to people? Because again, you telling people that you have an alliance with Marlo, that's your real friend. Don't nobody wanna fool with Marlo like that. Sanya mentions that this baby is really big for her family, her husband, her son. I'm like, so are you having this baby for you, or are you having it for your son and your husband? That's a very scary thing to say that. Did y'all catch that? Get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about that. Because I was like, girl, are you having a child for you or your husband? Or is Kenya is adopting. Praise God. There are so many children that need homes. And I, for one, would appreciate somebody that would go and adopt first as opposed to trying to do IVF and carry. And again, you do things the way that you want to, right? I'm not judging you, but I'm like, there are thousands, especially Black children in the system. A close personal friend of mine is going through the situation. IVF is not working. They're trying all these different things, and they're going to adopt, and they're going through the process of adoption, and they're being told that you're almost a shoe-in because we need Black people to adopt children. It's needed. And so I'm like, thank God, Kenya. That's amazing. Hats off to her. Kandi and Marlo. This argument is bullshit. Like, I don't understand, Marlo. What the hell do you want? I'm gonna reduce it down to Marlo wanted either some money or Marlo wanted money. Like, that was I'm like, I don't understand what else Marlo wants from Kandi. She's saying that, my nephew passed and someone was shot. Girl, that has you trying to put apples to tangerines and tangerines to plums. Like, girl, what are you doing? There is no connection. There is no correlation between any of the things that you're doing. And I for one am not understanding. And I am going to say this. Kandi brought it up. She has a very valid point. She said, you are jealous because the things that I do is successful and I'm more successful than you. And at this point, Kandi, you're absolutely right. I saw Marlo's face. Did y'all see her face when Andy brought up the EGOT aspirations? Marlo was looking sick. Marlo looked sick in the face. Sheree did too. I think Sheree is also jealous of Kandi. Not that I'm a Kandi fan, but I just think that that's what it is. Marlo did say, and this was funny. Marla said, I'm jealous of you. Girl, you work too much for me. You take care of too many people for me. I'm not gonna lie. That was low key. I know she was trying to say she taking care of her husband too. I know she was going there. Did y'all get that? Because that's what I got. I low key got that. But Marlo, nonetheless, you are jealous. I know that. Sanya, here she go again, piping up, trying to argue on Marlo's behalf. Girl, this is your problem. This is your problem. If you don't want to be in the middle of it, and you're always the one saying, I feel like I'm in the middle of it, but you in the middle of it. Get the fuck back then. Go sit down. Hush. Girl, you is pregnant. Girl, you need to be worried about that child and taking care of yourself. Marlo can handle her own. Marlo mouth almighty. Marlo mumble mouth. Baby, trust. She can handle it. Did y'all catch that? One of the viewers, I guess, asked about the YouTube channel dedicated completely to shading the castmates, and Kandi mentioned, she was like, everybody else does it. Something to that effect. I said, oh, so she really did have that YouTube channel to shade people. I said, okay. I'm not a fan of Kandi either. Honestly, I don't like nobody on the show. I really do not like anyone on this show at all. So we get to Drew and Ralph. Ralph come out here with his cone head. I do not like Ralph, y'all. Ralph can go to hell in a handbasket. Drew performs her song. It was cute or whatever. It was a little awkward because, like, girl, it was all about breakup and you singing it right here. Ralph was trying real hard, y'all, real hard to sound intelligent and sensitive. Did y'all catch that? He really was trying very, very hard. He said, "I see through you, Negro. That man is psychotic." Okay. Magic Mike in Vegas. Ralph and Courtney both were saying that that was a lie. Actually, Kandi actually confirmed it that he really was auditioning for Magic Mike in Vegas. Drew brings out these props. I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you, Drew. I was trying to feel, sorry for you. And then here you go with this raggedy. I'm over it. There was a part where where Andy was asking, "Is there any love between the two of you?" There was a piece of, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I got the impression that I don't know if they're actually going to divorce, y'all. I don't know if they're really truly going to divorce. And the reason why I say that is because the way that they kept referring to each other as husband and wife. He was like, "Of course, I love my wife." And Drew said, "I love my husband." And I'm just kind of like, is this how divorced people talk? I don't know. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. I've never been married. I've never gone through divorce. I don't know, but I just was like, are y'all really gonna get a divorce in here? I don't know if I don't know. Something fell off. Something fell off. Something fell off to me. There was a part, and I'm so sorry to say this, Drew, and she was saying what she needed to say concisely, articulately. I was happy for her to get out her issues with Ralph, but there was a part where I felt like she was acting a little bit. I was just like, again, Ralph 100% is the villain in this story, but I just was like, Drew, is this real? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. Did Ralph have some inappropriate relationships? I'm pretty sure. They bring Drew pulls up some text message that some woman sent over, when you gonna drop off the D again. Ralph doesn't respond, but that doesn't mean that he's not doing it. That hug with Courtney, y'all ain't cousins. Y'all are not cousins. Y'all ain't cousins. Y'all, I feel like the writing is on the wall. I feel like the writing is on the wall. I feel like they really about to replace these women. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the episode. Let me know what y'all think about the reunion. And I will see you guys in the next one.